All right, so Spider-Man 2 releases tomorrow at the time of this recording, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because the reviews have come out and they're nothing but positive. IGN gave it an 8, but you know IGN is always wrong about everything. Every other publication has been giving it a 9, 9.5, 9.2, 9.3, and they're calling it one of the best superhero games ever made. And to be honest with you, that's something that I believed was going to happen from the get-go.
Stop it.
Not because I have any behind the scenes or any connections or anything like that, but just common sense. I mean, Insomniac gave us one of the best, in my opinion, Spider-Man games ever made. And they have just been on a roll with their announcements, with the recent track record that they have with Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, that I didn't see how they could fail in making a wonderful, a great successor to Spider-Man 1. I shared my concerns in an earlier video when I talked about having two Spider-Mans and being able to control both of the characters, and how I thought that maybe the emotion or the emotional connection wasn't going to be there. How I was a little bit scared because I prefer Peter Parker as Spider-Man all the time. That doesn't mean that I hate Miles Morales or anybody else, but it's just my preference. So I was just a little bit scared in how is that going to be handled? Will it not work? But of course, my very small concerns turned out to be irrelevant because Insomniac knows what they're doing. There's enough Spider-Man villains to go around, and the story clearly is going to be there. It's going to be great. And one thing I'll mention is the IGN article cited their lack of open world to be one of the reasons that they gave it an 8, but their storytelling was brilliant and their gameplay was brilliant. So I don't know, the open world in the first game was pretty good to me. It wasn't anything crazy, but you know, you had some side gigs, you saw different villains, maybe like on a smaller scale, and you were able to pursue that. So if we get a little bit of the same that we got in Spider-Man 1 or even in Miles Morales, that should be good to go. That should be enough to keep the open world fun. You know, you have to set expectations because if not, we go overboard in the hype and all that. But just with the reviews and everything that's been out and right now, I mean, of course, I haven't played the game yet, but I will be playing it. I'm just looking forward to experiencing the story. As just a fan of video games, a fan of Spider-Man, it's something that I've been waiting on as far as 2018. As soon as I finished that first Spider-Man game that Insomniac dropped back in 2018, I wanted more. I wanted the sequel, and I'm glad that we're finally here. We're about to get it in 2023. Insomniac's first Spider-Man game came out 6 years ago. It's a long time, and I'm just excited to see what happens, what the story brings. And sadly, I haven't been able to avoid not seeing trailers at all, because I kind of wanted to do that, but with making these videos, obviously I have to go through the trailers and I have to see them. But I mean, they have Sandman. When I saw Sandman, I instantly thought Sam Raimi. I instantly thought this thing is gonna look and be awesome. There's probably so many more characters and hidden villains that we don't know about that are gonna come out in this game, and I can't wait to experience every single thing. I'm really happy that Spider-Man 2 so far has received awesome reviews. I'm glad that Insomniac was able to deliver once again, and I can't wait to experience the story. Sometimes when I talk about these games and I do reviews or look back at certain stories, I have to try to be a little bit more critical to make the videos and to keep you guys, you know, somewhat entertained and for me not to be biased. But in reality, most of the time, I'm loving almost every single game that I play. I love experiencing a new world. I love experiencing a story. It takes you away from the realities of life sometimes, and you're able to be a character that you think is really cool or a superhero that you've idolized since you were a kid. And that's kind of what happens when I play Spider-Man. Spider-Man to me is probably the greatest superhero of all time because of the way that I grew up, because of Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi's films. So when the first Spider-Man came out, I was over the moon. And with this second Spider-Man, it's more than I could have ever asked for. Putting all the BS aside, you know, this game could be the worst game in the world. It could suck, but I'm still gonna love it because it's Spider-Man. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will be making a couple videos regarding Spider-Man 2 once it fully releases. Keep an eye out on that and let me know your thoughts about this game and what you're most excited about. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.